Throughout history, the concept of global control has often been the subject of speculation, conspiracy theories, and intense debate. Among the myriad of narratives that have emerged, one particularly controversial claim is that Israel is secretly controlling the world. This notion, while steeped in conspiracy, raises questions about power dynamics, geopolitical influence, and the role of nations in shaping global affairs. To understand this perspective, we must delve into the multifaceted relationship between Israel and other countries, particularly the United States, and examine how this relationship manifests in various sectors, including politics, economics, and military affairs. First, let's consider the political landscape. Israel has long been viewed as a key ally of the United States, particularly since the mid 20th century. This alliance is often framed as a strategic partnership rooted in shared democratic values and mutual interests in the Middle East. However, critics argue that this partnership extends beyond mere diplomacy. They suggest that it has evolved into a form of influence that allows Israel to exert control over American foreign policy. This perspective posits that lobbying groups, such as the American Israel Public Affairs Committee or AIPAC, play a significant role in shaping U.S. decisions regarding the Middle East. Through political donations, grassroots mobilization, and strategic messaging, these organizations are said to create a narrative that prioritizes Israeli interests, often at the expense of broader humanitarian concerns in the region. Moreover, this influence is not limited to the United States. Many argue that Israel has cultivated relationships with various nations around the globe, leveraging its technological advancements and military prowess to forge alliances. Countries in Africa, Asia, and even parts of Europe have sought partnerships with Israel, drawn by its expertise in areas such as agriculture, cybersecurity, and counterterrorism. This network of alliances is often cited as evidence of Israel's ability to extend its reach and impact global affairs. Critics contend that these relationships are not merely collaborative but are indicative of a broader strategy to maintain control over geopolitical narratives and outcomes. Economically, the notion of control takes on a different dimension. Israel is often portrayed as a hub of innovation, particularly in technology and defense. The country has produced a myriad of startups and technological breakthroughs, which have garnered attention and investment from around the world. This economic dynamism has led to the perception that Israel holds significant sway over global markets, particularly in sectors related to defense and security. The arms trade, for instance, is a critical area where Israel has established itself as a key player. By supplying military equipment and technology to various nations, Israel not only bolsters its own economy, but also cultivates dependencies that critics argue can be seen as a form of control. Furthermore, the narrative of control extends to the media and information dissemination. The global media landscape is often scrutinized for its portrayal of Israel and the Palestinian conflict. Some argue that there is a concerted effort to shape public perception in favor of Israel, suggesting that media outlets are influenced by pro-Israel sentiments or funding. This raises questions about the extent to which narratives are controlled and manipulated, leading to a skewed understanding of events in the Middle East. The power to shape public opinion is a potent tool, and those who wield it can significantly influence political discourse and policy decisions on a global scale. In addition to the political, economic, and media dimensions, the military aspect of Israel's influence cannot be overlooked. The country is known for its advanced military technology and intelligence capabilities, which are often regarded as among the best in the world. Through partnerships with other nations, Israel has been able to share its military expertise, creating a network of allies who may be reliant on Israeli technology and strategies. This military cooperation can be interpreted as a means of extending Israel's influence, as nations that depend on Israeli military support may be less likely to challenge its policies or actions. However, it is essential to approach this narrative with a critical lens. The idea that Israel is secretly controlling the world can easily slip into the realm of conspiracy theories, which often rely on oversimplified explanations and selective interpretations of events. Such theories can perpetuate harmful stereotypes and foster divisions rather than promote understanding. It is crucial to differentiate between legitimate critiques of Israeli policies and unfounded claims of global domination. The complexities of international relations cannot be reduced to a single narrative, and the interplay of power among nations is influenced by a multitude of factors, including historical context, economic interests, and cultural ties. Moreover, the concept of control itself is nuanced. While Israel undoubtedly exerts influence in various spheres, it is important to recognize that this influence is not absolute. Many nations have their own interests and agendas, and alliances are often formed out of necessity rather than a desire to submit to control. The dynamics of global politics are fluid, and the relationships between countries are constantly evolving. Israel's position on the world stage is shaped by a combination of its actions, the responses of other nations, and the broader geopolitical landscape. In discussing the notion of control, we must also consider the voices of those who are often marginalized in these narratives. The Palestinian perspective, for instance, is frequently overshadowed by discussions of Israeli influence. The ongoing conflict and the struggles faced by Palestinians are critical components of the broader narrative surrounding Israel and its role in the world. Understanding this perspective is essential for a comprehensive view of the situation in the Middle East and the implications of Israeli policies on regional stability and global relations. As we navigate this complex landscape, it becomes increasingly clear that the idea of Israel secretly controlling the world is a multifaceted issue that warrants careful examination. It is rooted in historical alliances, economic interests, military partnerships, and the power of information dissemination. However, it is equally important to approach this topic with a critical mindset, recognizing the potential for oversimplification and the dangers of conspiracy thinking. In conclusion, the narrative surrounding Israel's influence on global affairs is a reflection of broader themes in international relations, including power dynamics, alliances, and the role of media. While there are certainly elements of truth in the claims of influence and control, it is crucial to engage with these ideas thoughtfully and critically. By doing so, we can foster a more nuanced understanding of the complexities of global politics and the myriad factors that shape our world today. Ultimately, the discourse surrounding Israel's role in the world is not just about control. It is about the interplay of interests, the voices of the marginalized, and the ongoing quest for understanding in a world that is anything but simple